Hello to my Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, happy waxing crescent moon. Happy April 1st to each and every one of you. Happy April 1st to each and every one of you all. The moon is in Taurus. It's in Taurus. This reading is for April 2nd through April 8th, which will put us into first quarter moon phase, which will put us in waxing gibbous moon phase. So the first quarter moon begins on April 5th, begins on Saturday. So let's get into your reading. Yeah, let's get right into your reading. So the moon is still in Taurus and it will move into Gemini. It will move into Gemini. So the moon is still in Taurus. It still affects your neck, vocal cords, throat, thyroid gland. You can go back and watch the previous reading. We talked a little bit about that. So we're going to talk a little bit about, Taurus is ruled by Venus. Venus is the goddess of love, pleasure, art, music, aesthetics. Taurus rules second house. Second house is all about personal resources, money, habits, possessions, values, financial security, self-worth, income, those kind of things. So those are things that you want to slow down and pay attention to. Pay attention to those things. That means that you got to look through your bank statements, look through any like auto debits, anything around personal resources, finances, those kind of things. Okay, you slow down, pay attention to those things. Pay attention to those things. We definitely are living in an information age. People are getting a little bit more savvy with technology, so you want to slow down. Okay, slow down. All right, let's see. And then when the moon moves into Gemini, Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is the communication messenger planet, but it's also the planet of knowledge and learning. So this is a great opportunity for you to become more, if you tie those two together, more financially savvy. You know, how are you spending or investing your time? How are you, investing your time? What are you pouring into? What are you pouring into? What are you pouring out? You're an air sign, but you're a water bearer, right? So, right, what are you learning? What are you learning? Right? How are you using your 24 hours in a day? So when the moon is in Gemini, it affects your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your bronchial tubes, your lungs, right? But it connects us with heart chakra. So heart chakra, develops most from age 22 to 28. Is the centerpiece, right? So heart chakra relates to compassion, gratitude, forgiveness, healing, and love. And so because it's the element of air, and you're an air sign, it's related to thinking. The heart has a mind of its own, which is quite different from that of the third chakra, which is fire, right? So whereas the solar plexus chakra likes to focus on differences between things and judge and compare, the heart chakra likes to accept and equalize. It sees commonalities and connections, right? So let's get into your reading. All right, so like I said, we are in a whole new cycle. We had just to kind of walk it back a little bit. We are in year 9, right? We're in year 9, 2025. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 5 is 9, right? So year 8 is a karmic number. That's 2024. That year is over. You're in year 9, springing forward, right? So January we had a wolf moon, dark wolf, light wolf energy. That was a moon in Cancer. Cancer is a water sign. The symbol is a hermit crab. It's a water sign. Water is creativity, right? Cancer is ruled by the moon. Just kind of walking it back for some of you all, just as kind of a memory, for you all. And so it just kind of identified what what pack people are running with, like who's with whom, who's friends, who's connected, right? In your family, friendship group, on your job, who's connected, right? Then February we had I want to say I think it was a cold moon in Leo, right? Leo is ruled by the sun. So those two zodiac signs are ruled by luminaries. Cancer rules fourth house. Fourth house is around home, family life, sense of security, ancestry, self-care, traditions, inner emotions, maternal figures, pets. So, and then so you realize who was with whom, you know, as far as family is concerned, as far as all of that, right? Fifth house deals with romance, creativity, children, projects, fun self-expression, hobbies, what makes you feel good, right? So everything was exposed, right? So the sun exposes the moon. The moon connects us with secrets. So the sun, just like the sun outside of yourself, outside that big medicine ball, exposes what's hidden, right? So it exposes what's hidden, right? What's hidden. So here we are in the now, if you're watching this on April 1st, we're in month 4, but we just came out of month 3. So we were in a lunar eclipse season, right? We were in a lunar eclipse, an eclipse season. So we had a lunar eclipse, we had a full blood moon in Virgo, and so we had a total lunar eclipse. You totally let go of something, some things. That's everybody, not just Aquarius. You could have totally let go of something that could have connected you with ancestral or childhood traumas. Somehow could have tied you or connected you in some way, even if you saw, you know, car accident or, you know, whatever. I'm not trying to trigger anybody. And then you hit a reset button. Solar eclipse, partial solar eclipse. So here we are. All right, let's get into it. Let's do it. So, here we go. I am grateful for everything. The I am is source. So, stay in a posture of gratitude. Grateful. Okay. Alrighty. So, let's go. Stay in a posture of gratitude. Alright. So yeah, you definitely want to walk everything. When you're getting a practice of, like I said, when you're pouring out your air sign, but you're a water bearer, right? So you want to keep that circulation of water, just like you wouldn't drink from the same cup every single day. You want to pour your water out, keep your cup clean, so that you can, circulate your water, get your rest. What sets you apart from every other Aquarius, right? So you're grateful for everything. All right, so let's see what else we got. Let's see. Get into your reading. So some of the things. So the positive qualities of heart chakra is love, trust, gratitude, forgiveness, compassion, kindness, healing, and equanimity, right? So when the heart chakra is healthy and balanced, it most closely resembles the conscious, loving energy of the divine and helps us to have thriving, loving relationships, right? Loving relationships. You don't always feel like you're putting everybody first, right? You're not a people pleaser. Here we go. Here we have the Four Pentacles. Okay. Four Pentacles here. I see somebody being conservative with their time. So it's not going to take you a whole lot of time moving forward. Like I said, that's you being more conservative, with your time. You don't overthink things. Here we have see you being more structured and authoritative. A lot more structured and authoritative. Because something is closed out. Here we have the Seven of Wands here. Seven of Wands here. So 7, like I said, this is fire energy here. And like I said before, whereas the third, would be the third, this is solar plexus, likes to focus on differences between things, judge and compare, right? Like obviously there was a competition. There was a competition, Aquarius, that maybe you didn't realize there was a competition going on because you were at a higher chakra, looking at something like, equanimity, balance, maybe over giving, trying to be a people pleaser, right? And whoever someone is, felt like something was their way or the highway. But again, this deals with first house, right? So first house, personality, someone's temperament, appearance, self-image, first impression, self-awareness, outlook on life. Someone pretty much thought they sized you up from the very beginning, like, oh, whatever. Aquarius, they don't even have the temperament. They're not gonna, whatever. That's how somebody looked at you. They just looked at you like, they don't have it in them. They don't have it in them. They don't have it in them. But you're a prayer warrior. You are a prayer warrior, right? So yeah. So here we have the Ace of Swords here. So just kind of sort of going back through your memory. Going back through your memory, right? Just kind of going back through your memory, right? So prayer warriors really allow Source to fight your battles, just through prayers. And prayer warriors are often mistaken as soft and weak because you're not out there, in the middle of the street, bloody fist, fist fighting people. I'm talking to men and women, Aquarius, right? You're at a higher frequency. Like I said before, that's not you thinking that you're better than or that you're above anybody. It's just, and it's not a weakness, it's actually a strength. Like when you really think about it, whatever you deem as a higher power, and you feel like if your higher power, source, your savior, if you feel like your savior has already paid the cost, right? Has already fought your battles, right? If that's where you've read that already, right? And Source is saying give the battle. The battle is not yours. If Source is saying give that battle to you, give the battle to Source, so this is receiving energy right here. Pentacles is receiving energy, right? And so 4 is the earth number, right? So 4 is like your physical body is earth energy, right? So that's standing, stand and let Source fight your battles, right? You let in Source fight your battles. Here we have the 10 of Wands here, right? Yeah. So the 10 of Wands speaks to 10th house, 10th house, right? So when you pray that people, that's your circle, right? Your circle, right? Your circle of, that's everybody. You want everybody around you to find their north node. That's you, whomever, right? Everybody, your loved ones, right? When we're talking about the full moon that we had in January, full moon we had in February, when you say, when you go into hermit mode and talking about creativity, and then you come out and it's like, okay, something has been revealed, you went in and said you want to create space to go into prayer warrior mode, right? Now in this year 9, right? Year 9 speaks to higher education, philosophy, law, religion, travel, ethics, morals, personal beliefs, spiritual beliefs. Some people in this year 9 have gone deeper spiritually, right? Despite what people believe, despite what people think, whatever, right? some of you all have been praying for everybody to find their north node, whatever that may be for them, that they find their purpose within, whatever that purpose may be. That's everybody, right? So, yeah. So something is closed out. Something is closed out. So while you may have been praying for people, there were energies that were praying on you. There were energies that were praying on you. So we don't have to get into that. You just know, you know a whole lot. But so you're, like I said, that's why you're grateful for everything. You're grateful for everything. So here we go. Thriving. That's what you and someone have in common. Thriving. There's 10 again. So you want everybody to thrive. Those are what your wishes are for everybody. That's what your prayers have been, that everybody thrives. That everybody thrives. That's the frequency that you're on, operating in the spirit of love. That's it, right? That everybody knows their worth and everybody knows their value, even if people were praying this for you. Again, remain high frequency, high vibration. You gotta remember, as an air sign, a lot of things come to you all through the air. A lot of things come to you all through the air. A lot of you all are very aware that there were energies that wanted to see you out in the cold, wanted to see you out in the cold. And they've done some things to have you out in the cold, to have you bullied out in the cold. Told some lies that wanted you out in the cold. You are very aware, very, very aware of a lot of things that people don't know. You didn't repay evil with evil. You're very aware. It's a very small world. You are not a fool. Yeah. Yeah, remember, at a high frequency, a lot of things come to you. You don't even have to go out. That's what I'm saying right here. All you did was stood, right? Things came to you. When you go out to buy things, this is what we talk about, like in terms of, remember, like just out just shopping, wherever you are shopping. They're not coming from where these energies think it's coming from. That's why people could assume that other energies, where they feel like they have people in common with you, are lying to them. It's a small world. People know people. You're out shopping, buying stuff. People know people. People know people. People know people. Yeah, a lot of you all are already operating in North Node. We're not even talking about celebrity. I don't even know who I'm talking to in the camera. We're not even talking about celebrity. A lot of people are already operating in North Node. That's going to make you popular by default. If you're operating in your life purpose, you could be a street sweeper because you're passionate about what you do. That's where this fire comes from. You're operating in North Node. That's where your passion comes from. You literally skipping to work to do what you do. You're just so happy to be operating in purpose. Literally, that's where being a cheerful giver to the Creator. That's what that is about. Just gratitude. You're just happy to just be working for the Creator. You're just like, okay, I'm just grateful, right? Just productive, just happy. You just grateful. You have a purpose. Okay, now it makes all this makes sense. All of it makes sense. Right, so no, you're not a fool, right? You know your worth and you know your value, right? You know your worth and you know your value, right? And that's what you wish for everybody. So continue to raise your frequency. Continue to raise your frequency. So some energies definitely wanted to end you. Definitely wanted to end you, Aquarius. But keep your vibrations high. Keep your vibrations high. Like I said, some things, if your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your bronchial tubes, lungs, or whatever are if you felt those things, during the waxing crescent moon, remember forgiveness. You've made some connections already. Move on from that. Move on from that. Move on from that. Move on from that. I see you thriving. Stay focused. Stay focused. You know, stay focused. Continue operating in the spirit of love. There's nothing else you need to talk about. I see you having a breakthrough. There's nothing else you need to talk about. I see you having a breakthrough. Yeah. You have a whole window of opportunity that lies ahead for you. Whole window of opportunity. Yeah, whole window of opportunity that lies ahead. Here's the King of Wands here. Something about I keep seeing this. This is like a spirit of a loved one though that is coming through for somebody. This is a spirit of a loved one, somebody who you know, their spirit has moved on. Spirit of someone who has moved on. Someone who is very protective of your energy. You know how like when loved ones, they transition, they move on. You kind of sort of carry that. And it could be several energies actually. Several energies. They kind of move on. Yeah. Down to earth, relatable. You know, that kind of energy. Down to earth, relatable. I see money coming across your path. I see money coming across your path. For you and someone. Yeah. You have a guardian angel watching over you. Yeah, somebody's watching over you, help you move on from something. So you can just move on from something. Yep. So you can leave the past behind. So you can go through a rebirth. What's it, rebirth for you? Go to the rebirth. And just move beyond the judgment. Rise above the judgment, right? Rise above all of that. Here's the Eight of Swords here. So what you notice here is that these are not tight at all. Like this is something like, you know, like this right here. This you know, like people judging you, you know, of all of that. You know, people trying to judge you and all of that. So of like, you know, maybe somebody says something about you behind your back, whatever. I mean, I don't know. This is a general reading, you know. This is a general reading. So take only what resonates with you. Take only what resonates with you. All right. That is what I have for you all. That is what I have for you, Aquarius. Yeah, that is what I have for you. Yeah, so you can get some rest. Yeah, so you can finally get some rest. Yeah, so something is coming to you very soon. Or, yeah, something's coming to you very soon. Yep. Very, very soon. All right, so let's close this down. Let's close it. Let's close it down. All right. It's like a combination of energies, like I don't know, whoever would have spirits or whatever, like would have made you feel safe when they were alive, you know. I feel like somebody had some very strong, possibly some very strong protective men in their family. Looking at your cards here, when they were alive, maybe you had some I'm talking to men and women Aquarius, by the way. or divine masculine energy. You know, it could have been women too, but like divine masculine. Like there's a difference between masculine and divine masculine. It's a divinity within, where it was balanced out, divine masculine to divine feminine energy. It's just a healthy balance where somebody felt protected. It was a healthy balance. Not an overly this or overly that. It was a healthy balance. So, and so what that looks like, what it looks like is they were powerful, energetic, confident, willful, like you wanted to be around them. They were motivational. They offered mental clarity. You were excited about being around them, like you almost wanted to levitate. You know how you were around certain loved ones, you really excited about being around them. You just felt like, you just felt their energy, you know. You're just excited about being around them, right? So alrighty, so that's what I see here. That is what I see for you. That is what I see for you. Hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully this is helpful in your cards here. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, but for sure someone is definitely a humanitarian. Someone's definitely a humanitarian. Let's see. Public face. Yeah, it's okay to be yourself. Follow your heart. Become who you want to be and earn a reputation here. Fruits of your labor. Whenever I see the King of Wands energy, I always think about like it gives me first impression, like a person who, like I said, first impression. People will have a first impression of you, but it can be lasting, right? And so people, looks like people have this impression of you. People have had this impression of you. People who have been around you have this impression of you. A particular impression of you, right? So you have an opportunity that's coming your way. It's like a new job opportunity, change of workplace or business trips coming your way. So I see helping hand. No one can handle it all. So you got something coming your way. And also guardian angel, right? Guardian angel. So also guardian angel, right? So let's see. So spend time with friends. I see some of you are spending time with friends. Yeah. Let's see. I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah. Definitely one of a kind. So from the moment you emerge into this world, you've had extraordinary talents and you understand starlight, animal voices, and all things magical. That's what I see for you all. Like I said here, Someone really has and this is what I see for a lot of signs, not just your sign, Aquarius. A lot of zodiac signs are misunderstood. That's a lot of zodiac signs, just period. A lot of signs, not just yours, right? Not just yours, are misunderstood. A lot of signs. This is what I'm seeing here, right here. Air, when we see air, that's what a lot of people have in common. And that is a choice. That's a choice that people have to make, like a choice people make to continue to misunderstand people. This right here symbolizes first house. First house is personality, temperament, appearance, self-image, first impression, self-awareness, outlook on life. We are in year 9. Everybody has an opportunity to break that karmic cycle of first impression, lasting impression. Everybody has that. Everybody has their job to do. That's everybody. That's everybody. So that is what I have for you. 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 So I do see you investing in yourself. That's what I see for you. I see you investing in yourself. I see you becoming more familiar, you know, of whatever it is you want to invest in, right? Whether it's your education, whatever you want to become more aware of. Rising above judgment, you know. And just staying in the posture of gratitude is what I'm seeing here for you. That is what I have for you. That is what I have for you. This is a general reading. Take only what resonates with you. If you're interested in a personal reading, my information is down below in the description. See you in the next video. Bye.